Welcome everybody to my latest video. I'd like to give you a little quick showing of my latest treasure. This is a game that I've been searching for quite a while. It's nothing special, but this is actually one of the first games that I wanted to get back when I first started getting into arcades. Now, some of you may like it, some of you may not. To me, I consider it a fun classic. This is WWF Wrestlefest. Now, this was a sequel to, I believe it was called WWF Superstars. It's a great game, it's fun, basically arcade-style wrestling. Now, I've been looking for this one for quite some time. Usually, they were just too expensive for my taste. People would want to sell them, usually on average, for about $50. I've seen them as high as $70. I think the lowest I saw was $25. Unfortunately, got it, or I wanted to get it, but someone else got it before me. This one I got for $35, so I consider that a good deal. I'm going to test it out later. Hopefully it all works good, and you'll see as I do. But one thing though, is this is actually the second Wrestlefest board that I got. I got one that was, well, the seller on eBay said it's untested, it was only $10. I took a chance, got it, and it worked probably about 80%. The characters you really couldn't see, they were all blocky. So, you know, I had a feeling that wasn't going to work, but it was only $10, so, you know, maybe I can use it for parts. But this one, the guy guaranteed that it works. It's from a seller, an eBay seller that I get a lot of my stuff from. So let me switch this over. I'll install this and we'll see if it works. Here we go. Okay, here we are at my Konami cab. There's the Wrestlefest board. Got it hooked up. So we're going to test this out and hopefully all works good. I'll give you a quick look. That was the original Wrestlefest board that I got. And take a look at it. It looks good, but you know, like I said, there was an error with the character animations. But I could use it for parts, who knows. Anyways, give me a second while I set everything up, and hopefully the board works. Alright, here we go. Let's see if it works. Let's get the camera set. So far so good. I went online, found the dip switch settings, changed it to free play. So here goes. So far so good. It's loading up. Well, either I didn't set the dip switch settings to free play correctly, or the board doesn't work. So let me put in, where's my keys? I have to put in a coin. Alright, let's see. Well, that works. So far so good. Select Ultimate Warrior and how about Jake Roberts? Good, good. Alright, looks like the board is working. The other board that I have, the character animations, they were all blocky. You could still play it, but you really couldn't see any detail of the characters. This was a really fun game. I would always play this at the arcades. Like I said, this was the first game that I had wanted to get. I remember finding one at the arcade, at an arcade that was being sold. The guy was selling it for $300. Thought about buying it, got enough money to buy it, and I ended up not getting it because, you know, I didn't know anything about arcades, and at the time I didn't know you could easily swap out, you know, a PCB board with another. So I figured I was going to spend all that money, I would eventually get tired of the game. But, you know, lo and behold, many years later, I finally got the arcade board, and a working one at that. Now the one thing I noticed, at least compared to MAME, the colors look a little bright, or a little light maybe. That might just be a setting, or it could be something wrong with the board, but either way, for 30 bucks I'm happy, so far at least. Looks good. You know, the one thing on this game, if you've never played it before, instead of having a 10 count, if you go outside the ring, you have a 20 count actually. Legion of Doom. Those are the final bosses, so to speak. You can't play as them, you can't select them. I remember, you know, back in the day, before the internet and before this and that, hearing rumors that if you beat the arcade without losing, or you know, there were various forms of this rumor, but basically it was, you know, you beat the arcade in some hard manner, maybe set on the highest difficulty setting with one coin. It would allow you to select Legion of Doom. That, of course, is wrong. However, through emulation and cheat codes, you can select them. At least that's what I heard. See, let's turn up the volume on this a little bit. Seems to be possibly a sound issue, getting some like echoing on some of the sound on certain maneuvers. Could be the speakers. I guess when all the machines are turned on, you really won't notice. Either way, I'm still happy with this. I remember liking this game so much because you could perform the wrestlers' finishing maneuvers. As I said before, this, I believe, was a sequel to WWF Superstars. And in that game, you couldn't perform the finishing maneuvers. Not sure how much time is left on this video, but you know, might as well take it to the limit. Still gotta figure out how to select free play.